Well, hello everybody. Thanks for joining me once again. Great to be with you. And as I record this, it is actually the 1st of December, the first day of summer and the beginning of Advent. And even though it's the first day of summer, it's pouring with rain where I'm living at the moment, but it's all good. So I was thinking about the concept of Advent, and I was thinking obviously about Jesus at this time of year, as I hope many of us are. And Jesus comes to us as a prophet, priest, and king. And it's easy to lose the magnitude of who Jesus is when we think about the sentimentality and the commercialization of Christmas, and maybe we lose the power of who Jesus is in the historical narrative and the stories that are all very sentimental, or the tinsel adorned fake trees that commercialism sort of epitomizes in this Christmas season. And yet there is huge significance in historically and also prophetically in who Jesus is. And I want to ask you today, really, what role does Jesus play in your life when we think about him as prophet, priest, and king? And so Matthew 21:46 says this: "They wanted to arrest him, but they were afraid of the crowds who considered Jesus to be a prophet." Who do you consider Jesus to be in your life? And Advent, which is what this season that we're beginning on this 1st of December, means coming or revival or arrival, and is a season of anticipation, waiting, praying, and hoping for the coming of the Messiah. It's a 4-week period where we, as the church and as individuals, pause and look back at Jesus' first coming as our Redeemer, and look forward to his second coming as our Restorer. And man, isn't there some restoration needed in our planet today? And Advent is an acknowledgement and a celebration of where we currently stand in history, sitting right between redemption and restoration, in the already and in the not yet. And that sort of summarizes Jesus as the prophet in the already and in the not yet. So the first thing is that we focus on the already of the first advent of Christ. The already of Advent. The great light promised by the Creator and prophesied by Isaiah is finally here. Our King has ushered in his kingdom, and with it has redeemed and rescued us from darkness. And while we celebrate that the power of sin is indeed broken in our lives, and that's a great thing to be celebrating, freeing us from our bondage, we are still aware of the multitude of ways we are living for our own little kingdoms every day. The battle is real, and it's been as real, if not more real than ever in this season of pandemic and everything else. We've become aware of our sinfulness and our brokenness. But the first advent meant that the power of that is no longer a hold on us. The understanding and acceptance of this reality points us to the not yet of the Advent, the prophetic side of Advent. And the Apostle Paul tells us in Romans 8 that the whole creation has been groaning as in the pains of childbirth right up until the present time. We are still waiting, right with the creation, for God to complete his grand restoration project. In the second advent that we so eagerly await, that has been prophesied and that we are prophetically believing for, he will return, Jesus will return to make all things new once and for all. And as that carol, Joy to the World, says, "No more let sins and sorrows grow, nor thorns infest the ground. He comes to make his blessings flow, far as the curse is found." The curse has been broken, death has been swallowed up in victory, and when we live in anticipation of the second advent and the light of eternity, We discover hope in a hopeless world. Our disappointments, heartaches, struggles and pain are all temporary, but his love endures forever. And I want us in this Advent season to let the promise of Advent fuel our confidence that one day God will complete his work of mending the world and ushering in shalom, that complete and whole peace that we so long for. Until then, we wait and we trust and we pray fervently and we hope. Jesus the prophet. I think that's worth considering. God bless you, and we'll see you real soon. Bye for now.